Good evening, Newcastle Champions League. Yes, that's how we love it. That's how we love it, don't we? So we've got Lottie. What are you telling us? Newcastle Champions League.
Hey, I'm back too, don't forget. I know you're happy, but we're back too after God knows how long. I'm happy. At least the decent teams are in it this year, do you know what I mean? It's happy days for everybody. That's for sure.
Absolutely. And you know what it is, right? It's been 20 years. And it's just, listen, it's just brilliant. I mean, it's great to be back into league. And,
the last time you guys were in the Champions League, I was 10 years old. I don't even remember. It must have been my second or third season into football.
Yeah. My God, absolutely brilliant. I mean, it's been a while. The last time
very long time.
got qualified as well. We got beat off Partizan Belgrade got penalties as well, which was absolutely embarrassing. Got back to 2 each on penalties, missed the first 3. And I think it was Jonathan Woodgate. Was it Jonathan Woodgate? Yeah, I think he missed the deciding penalty. And then they scored from it. And then through in they went. But it is what it is. But they'd have to go for the playoffs there. We just go straight into qualify in pot 4, by the way. Pot 4. I mean, the worst you can get is probably Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Salzburg, or Shakhtar Donetsk and Newcastle. Can you imagine?
It's all just got a bit real for you, isn't it, really, if let's be honest?
Yeah,
it's been a dream all season, and
yeah, man.
It's a case of, although you're ready to go and do it, are you going to get the right signings, or is shit going to hit the fan? It probably won't, but it's going to be a big decider on who you sign. That will be the biggest factor over the summer for you guys, and how well you do and how far you go.
100%. It's just getting the right players at the right time. And if you get the right players at the right time, they come to us, get them in early before the pre-season, get to used to us, and then hopefully in the summer, when the season kicks off, they bed in very quickly, and hopefully get into it, sort of thing. But we'll just see what happens. So, and guys, if you like the video, like what you see, please like, subscribe. Also, show some love to Lottie on Vic Akers Wonderland as well. Also, super chats are open. If you'd like to donate, it's just 99p. And had more donations from Australia I do in the UK, but it is what it is. So let's go through some comments. House rules, people. Before we go on Sophia's comments, please remember to keep comments respectful, not all caps duplicates. No discussing or promote other channels unless given permission by me. Allow mods to mod while you enjoy the show. And let's go through some comments before we go to the latest news as well, before we go on to the predictions as well. Sophia, big up to Sophia. Share some love to Sophia, by the way. She's a big United fan, by the way. Big up to Sophia, and good luck tomorrow night. And you probably got above us anyway, I'll be honest. And also, if you'd like to become a member, there you go. The link is on top of the description in there. Big up to Luca. Hi to Luca. Hi to John. Welcome to the chat. Oh, I'm a little bit late, by the way. I do apologise. I thought it was 7 o'clock, not 10 past 7. Thanks, Lottie. I'm not going to blame you. Big up to Leslie, by the way. Champions Leagues mags. I love that. Please like and share to socials. Help this channel towards the next milestone. And I've got 5K. 5,000 people.
Yeah, no, you smashed it. So proud of you. Keep going. Next up, 10K.
10K by Christmas, perhaps. 10K by the new season.
We'll see. We'll see. End of next season, yes, because you're going to have more content to do. But Christmas for me is pushing it, if I'm being honest.
Exactly. Be patient. Take your time. Listen to Lottie and never get wrong. And you go support the super chats at the bottom right-hand corner, just 99. Go for some more comments. Big up to Steve. Hope you're okay. And share the love to Steve as well. They're not done a third for last year. You had a chance. Yep. There we go. Looking forward to watching when you get it sorted as well. And Steve, big up to Steve as well. And he's chatting to Leslie doing DIY and stuff. Big up to Gary D, by the way. Gary, hope you're right, mate. Hope you're having a good day. And got a bit on motorbike to do. 4 bolts out to the manfold. Good luck with that. Good luck with that, man. Hope it goes well, Stephen. But first, source connection engine outlet. I was chatting to Leslie. Do apologise. You carry on. Big up to Leslie. Big up to you.
Hey, Brian's on time.
He is, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
He's come at that 5 minutes and 57 seconds. Bless him.
Nice.
Big up to Alan Little. Hi to Alan. He's on time. I'm not going to say lateness is greatness anymore because he gets on time. And good evening to Gareth. Welcome to the show, Gareth. And good evening to Jules. Hi to Jules. Thank you so much indeed. And by the way, people on Twitter, thank you so much on social media. Congratulations on 5K. Absolutely fantastic. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. Yes, it's been an amazing season. That's Brian. And we've got one here from Gareth Hyde and Martin in the chat. And thank you so much, Alan. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Cockeye Cyclops. Thank you for your support as well. The dream is now reality, John. It is indeed Gary. And John, let's explain my earliness. Haha, Joe will. Listen, I mean, lateness is greatness, but hey ho. Big up to Julie J, by the way. I got your message, by the way, about Andy Dunn as well. We might talk about Andy Dunn later on if you get a chance. That guy is an absolute monumental bellend, but it's what it is, man. And that's not our problem. And got Mr. T, your mate. Thank you so much, Mr. T. And I really appreciate that one. Thank you very much indeed. And let's see on Julie Jackson as well. Yeah, just a quick chance of news. I mean, just early reports as well that Lucas Moura has been linked to Newcastle. That's according to the Chronicle on a 3.
Do you really want him?
Nah, not for me.
Exactly.
We're supposed to be a youth project, youth project. We're supposed to be a youth project. Why are you going for a 30-year-old man? What is the point?
But then you could say the same about Trippier. Do you know what I mean? I know Trippier is a different kettle of fish, but he is ex-Tottenham as well.
Exactly.
So you need the balance of experience and inexperience. I mean, I know this is completely Arsenal related, but the most irritating rumour I've got at the moment is the sell Smith Rowe to buy Maddison. No, thank you.
Nah.
Absolutely no, thank you. Why am I going to have someone? Yes, Maddison's great, but he's more injury prone than Smith Rowe. Don't want him.
No.
If Granit Xhaka's moving, why not keep both?
I don't get it. I agree. I mean, Xhaka's playing his best football of his career. I really do. But for him, letting him go to Leverkusen, it doesn't really make sense.
The thing is, it does in a way because he's 31 and they're not going to get a sell-on price for him. So I'd say 15 plus add-ons and then I'm happy. But 15 is just, we're getting robbed. Absolutely robbed.
Yeah. I can see your sense. I mean, I can see what you mean.
It's 20 minimum.
Yeah. And
regardless of making money back, that's what his value is.
Exactly. And yeah, there you go. Let's go on to the first one. I mean, straight off the bat, please like and subscribe as well. And if you want to comment, you have to subscribe, and it is free. And let's go on to the first game. Well, it should have been tonight, really. It's a game between, I haven't put it up yet, between Brighton, and it's kicking off very soon, versus Manchester City. And both teams, Man City are champions, Brighton qualified for Europe. And you know what? I mean, the Serbi has had a fantastic season, by the way. An absolute mega season. And this guy, he's getting rave reviews, not just from Pep. Pep is lavishing him, by the way. He's bigging him up, saying how wonderful this guy is. He's unique. I love this guy. And I heard of the Serbi before any of you lot in the chat, any of you guys in the chat. So, right to Man City. It should be an entertaining game.
Yeah, it's going to be a really good game. I mean, Brighton at home, and that's where they're the strongest. Man City are just a powerhouse. End of story. Don't matter what reshuffle round they have or it means they're just a powerhouse. You can feel basically the players have got 3 different teams with the players they've got, and they'll still be scary. And in terms of their depth and everything else, and that's the kind of team that wins you trophies, and that's why they can sit in second gear all season and then do what they did. But do you know what? I quite fancy a draw for this game for some reason, because I think Brighton are going to give as good as they get. I really do.
I could see a 2-2 draw in this game. I think there'll be goals in this game, 2-2 for me.
Yeah.
And I think Brighton's going to make it tough for Man City. I really do. And they've got some good players there. I mean, McAllister, he'll be gone in the summer, or Caicedo. One of them's going to leave at the end of the season.
I think both are on the way. And then all they have left is that little gremlin in Ciso, or whatever his name is. I don't like him. He looks like a gremlin.
Seesaw.
Enciso. He plays up front.
Yeah. He
looks like a little gremlin.
He
I was
does,
looking at him at the Arsenal game. I thought, you little gremlin. And then he went and scored. Tom will back me on that one because he called me out on it, and I went, no, I don't regret saying it. He looks like a gremlin to me.
No,
So.
you just say you know. But at the end of the day, I mean, Foxy might be in the chat. Be careful because he rates this guy so highly.
No, I'm not. It's nothing against him. He's a good little player, but when he's playing your own team, I'm not a fan. It's like I'm a fan of McAllister, but I just don't like it when you play Arsenal. Although he was relatively quiet during that game.
Yeah, for me, I think he's a decent player. I think deserves done a wonderful job at the football.
Oh no, 100%. I just thought he looked like a gremlin.
Yeah. Well, fair enough.
You've seen the film, surely.
Yeah, I have. And also watch it on Twitter and on Facebook as well. So you can watch the show on all platforms as well. Twitter, Twitch, and I think it's Insta as well. And Tom said that his last appearance this season before to get relegated. We could talk about Leeds later on. Only one player I'd take from Tottenham is Son, Heung-min Son. He still got it. Monday was a great night. It sure was, Julie. It sure was. You always welcome him, Mr. T. We all love Mr. T, don't we? He's a great guy.
Yeah, my arch nemesis. Yeah, I think it was nemesis, although I think I was upgraded at some point.
Bless him.
Tom, you're going to have to remind me.
Yeah. Big up to Napoleon, by the way. I'm a big Chelsea fan. And hi to everyone. Hope you're well. That's from John. Hope you're having a great day, mate. And Lucas Mora, not for me. Keep off.
You don't want him. You don't want him. It's just...
Nippon's a great guy. I've seen Nippon. He was on League. I think that's last year or so. He was on League Gunners for a chat as well. Bless him.
Nice.
And
that's awesome.
I'm great, mate. Look, I hope you all do. And I saw that Real Talk podcast as well. And I'll tell you what, you might not like it. The foursome. Wow. I wonder if Plymouth has a channel for me to invade. I'm sure there is, Tom. Just ask her, and I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find it. Just punch it into YouTube. You'll find something.
Yeah. I'll be surprised if there's anything in that rumour for Nora. Not for me. Not for me. And Gremlin, don't feed him after me. Yes!
Well done, Jules.
Big up. Gremlin's a bitter Sunderland fans. Yeah, I've got to talk about Andy Dunn later, or maybe on another video as well. Check out on that one. I probably did call Lottie out on that. I called her out for less.
That is true. He won't. He's like a dog with a bone. Won't let it go.
He does let you win though. No, he
doesn't. He doesn't win. That's the problem. I won't let him. He always got something to say back, and then he disappears for hours on end or doesn't reply. So that's a win for me.
Yes, son, I would love him. I admire him for a long time. He's 31. I mean, youth project. Wow. Arch rivals upgrade, nemesis. That's
there you go.
Big up to Claire, by the way. Big up to Claire, big United fan. Hi, here, guys. Are we okay? Keep bloody missing you guys. You know what it is, Claire? I'm gonna let you off this time. When I'm sure, I send a link to let you know I'm on. You're welcome to. Simple as that. So, what's the score's going to be tonight? Then you say it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, it's going to be a draw. I'm going to go with your 2-2 as well.
Cool. Let's go on to the next game. It's United against Chelsea. This game would have been like a top 4 place battling for Europe, but unfortunately, Chelsea, I'm afraid, are not going to be in it. I mean, they're having a shocking season. Chelsea doing a preview tomorrow with Louise, and hopefully try and get a Chelsea fan as well. So,
why don't you ask Nippon, John? Sorry. What about Nippon? Nippon will probably be up for that.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't rule him out, actually. I wouldn't rule him out. If he's in the chat, let us know, and then I'll get Nippon on.
Yeah. Just a thought, if he's still here, I'll probably.
If he's still here, let us know. Let us know, mate. Like that. So United need a point to get Champions League, but if they get beat, it'd be good for us. And they've got one chance left to try to beat Fulham at home to get Champions League. They may let Liverpool back in the race. So that game, people say it's going to be an easy United win. You see, I don't think it will.
I think it's, do you know what? You've got to be honest. Chelsea have been absolute shite this season. And I just can't see them getting a win over. What?
Hey!
I've got a life, Tom. I don't spend my life. I mean, I've been off Twitter for the last 5-6 days. What was I going to say? Yeah, no, unfortunately, Chelsea have been shite this season. They're going to get their asses handed to them up at Old Trafford. I can't see them coming away with any points at all. They'll be lucky if there's a draw, but I'm going to go 2-0 United if Rashford is fully fit.
Fantastic. Well, what can I say? You know what it is, right? I mean, look, I'm going to say United win by 1-0. I think Chelsea will try, but I think they'll hold out United. Let's be real. I think it's going to be.
The thing is, when they're the underdogs, they don't even exactly show any fight, and it's the underdogs who usually surprise you. Yeah. So, and I just can't see them being that underdog fight. I don't think they've got it in them at all.
Yeah, it's fine. No problems with that. I mean, it's going to be fun, but we're going to see what happens. But I think United will go for it. Holder, so Song 31. He's 31, Gary. And go for Brian D. Big up to Brian, by the way. He's Tottenham on Tour podcast. He's got a cracking podcast, by the way. I had him on the show about a month ago. Great guy, so passionate. Says it how it is. That's what we love about Brian. Congratulations on getting Champions League. Newcastle totally and utterly deserved. Thank you, Brian D. I appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed. And as ever, Levy out.
Oh no, I can. Do you know what? After what he said about the WSL, I'm on that boat as well, and I don't even like Tottenham. I'm a Gooner, so I'm on that boat. Although I'd like him to stay because, I'm an Arsenal fan.
Wow. You know what
as long as he leaves my WSL alone, I'm happy.
Exactly.
Don't want no American format.
And
it's all about the relegation and title races this time of season. Exactly. And can you imagine having football with no relegation? It's like, no. It'd be the same teams at the bottom every single time. It's like, no.
Tell us about it. You know what it is, right? I mean, with Brian Adam on, he talks a lot of sense. And you know what? He is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to get him back on my show again as well soon. If Brian's just listening, thanks for coming back on. I'll get you back. Wouldn't surprise me if we bottled it again. It's going to be tough for us, fingers crossed. But who knows what will happen when the time that comes. And that's from Claire. And the Caps, he's fine. Brian's fine. He's already says DV out. He is fine. And United or Chelsea is they're aware that both can lose.
Tom has a good point. I was like that in the FA Cup a couple of weeks ago. Can they both lose? But Man United women have never beat Chelsea domestically. There was no chance Emma Hazel was given that trophy after she lost 1 to Arsenal. Not going to happen. She's the Pep Guardiola of the women's game, so... Yeah.
Well, the women's football's great anyway. Chelsea football season, it's like watching Uni Toons, exactly. Short and sweet for me, off to play bingo. John, you ready for the do on Saturday? Can't wait. Lottie. It should be a great show. But that should be a great one as well. Big up Doc and Dead, Jules, and good luck to Jules. Take care, good luck to you as well. And good luck, Jules. Hope you get a good win as well. Thank you very much indeed. So, scoreline, you said 2-0, didn't you?
Yeah, 2-0 United.
2-0 United. And that'll put them above us, 1 game to go for race for third as well.
Yeah, but the thing is, Chelsea haven't got easy fixtures, have they? The next 2 games is going to be tough either way.
Exactly.
The thing is, I'd rather them, if I'm honest with you, I'd rather them win and then lose at the end of the season. I'd be happy with that.
Absolutely. I mean, you've got to play Chelsea on Sunday as well. We'll come to that game in a minute. Let's go on to your team, Arsenal against Wolves. Go and take it away, Lottie.
Do you know what, John? I'll be honest with you. I'm emotionally done with this season. I'm emotionally done. I just want the season finished. Do you know what? I'm going to go for an Arsenal 3-1 win. I don't know. I told you we weren't going to win at Forest, and we didn't. It was the most pathetic performance I've seen in a long time. And there's something going on in the background that's not setting right. I mean, why would you start Granit Xhaka at the back when you've got Kieran Tierney on the bench? Yes, I know he's getting ready to come to you guys, but it's not the point. He's fully fit. Use him. So there's definitely something going on.
Yeah. Well, I found out that Partey was playing at right back and Xhaka playing at left back. I mean, what was the reason? If I was an Arsenal fan,
it's just
tell us what's the reason. And what I would have done, I would just say, okay, you know what? I think I should just go to the gym, do a bit of shopping, better than watching that tripe you performed on Saturday.
Do you know what? I'll be honest with you. I was sitting there watching it and I thought, I'm not watching this anymore. I was sitting there because obviously I went to my mate's wedding over the weekend. I was sitting there going so tired. I want to sleep. I didn't even watch it. I just want to sleep on the sofa.
Yeah.
I did so much travelling over the weekend. And then the women did the same thing. They lost to Chelsea, and I was just like, yay, great weekend of football. I've had enough.
I'll tell you a little story, right? I mean, what I did, I went to the Pizza Hut, right, up in Gosforth, right? Like, little part of second job, right? It was going to Norwich and Newcastle. I was supposed to be finishing because I did overtime. I'll finish at about R3, right? So I found Newcastle's 2 goals down. I think I did a goal down, and I found out maybe a goal down before half time. I was told it by Twitter, John, keep working, mate. We're playing absolutely shambolic. And you know what? I asked for a couple of hours. I did that. And then we got beat by 3 goals to do that day. That was coached under Rafa Benitez as well. But it is what it is. I love watching these ladies' team when they are live on YouTube. That's Tom. You would say that way.
They're only part-time at the minute, and I think Tom's still a bit sour over a 9-0 spanking a few months ago.
Yeah. Not good. Not good at all.
But they're a part-time team playing a full-time team. There's going to be levels to it. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly. And you know what it is, right? It's just tough. I mean, they train about twice a week part-time, as you know. Hey-ho. But let's hope Newcastle comes up. We'll be full-time. And we've got to meet everyone.
Yeah, I think the minimum rule now is if you have to train 16 hours a week to be a full-time team. If you're on top flight football WSL, you have to be full-time, or you can't be in top flight football. They forced everyone at the beginning of 18-19 season when they changed the rules. I think it's 18-19. Don't quote me on that. I'll have to double check it. I'm sure it's 18-19.
Sure. We'll check it out as well. If you check it out, it'd be brilliant. I hope the Arsenal fan that paid 30k for a ticket to the Wolves game has a great time. 30k?
What, me?
Someone? What players do you think Arsenal need to challenge Man City next season? They have to spend more money. They need a centre forward because Jesus scored 10 penalty goals.
Jesus and Eddie Nketiah aren't cutting it. Don't get me wrong, Jesus is good, but I mentioned to you the other week, I think the temper tantrum, and I'm like, really? How old are you? We need someone up front. We need someone to challenge Saka, because Saka starting every single game. You know he's going to start every single game with the England team sheet that's come out. He's going to run himself into the ground eventually, but we all know that that boy loves to play football. I mean, I think I was at a cup game. I was in block 2, which is one over from my Arsenal dugout, and him, Smith Rowe, and Balogun, they were all sitting there warming up. This was last season. And all you could see is them 3 wanting to be on that pitch playing and sitting there doing tactics. They were warming up, but there was points where they stopped to look down at the clock end where the ball was going towards the goal, and they were sitting there doing tactics. And it's just you can see how much they love this game for their age, and it's absolutely brilliant. You look at the older players and you don't see that. You don't see that at all.
You don't at all. But there's got to be a couple of players coming in and some that sort of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so much depth we need. I mean, that right back space is driving me mad. Rob Holding's off. We need to replace Rob Holding. Obviously, Granit Xhaka, we're going to need to replace. Although rumour has it Smith Rowe has been training to take over his job, which is going to be interesting. And I would love to see that boy back in the number 10 shirt on that pitch. So it's going to be an interesting summer. In terms of handpicking who I would specifically want, I haven't looked around who's moving, but if I could randomly pick one player for the middle of the park right now, it would still be Rodrigo de Paul at Atleti. He's that player that would be the perfect fit, but he's not going to come to England. He's over in Spain. He's gone from Italy to Spain, and I think he's probably going to do a tour of France. And whether he gets into this Premier League, I don't know. But what would you say? Would you see him go to Arsenal, John?
For me, De Paul, I think he wants a new challenge. I'm not saying it's a new challenge, but I'm not sure if Simeone's leave at the end of the season anyway. Whoever comes in, right, he's going to have to do some. But this guy's box to box. He can shoot for long distances away, play on the right. But for me, it's a box-to-box CDM. That's the best position as well. CDM going forward as well. He plays a 10, so it needs to be. I'm a big fan of De Paul. That guy's absolutely fantastic.
He's brilliant. He's a fans player as well, and that's
28
what I love.
Years of age as well, by the way. He's coming on 29. That guy, absolutely brilliant. He really is. But
No,
we've got to get him. Well, we have to him. So we've got to see the M. I mean, him, Blake Savage will be that guy. That'll be that guy.
The thing is, that'll be someone to compete with one of the boys in the middle.
Exactly.
It will unsettle because that middle never changes. It never changes. And that's what I don't like. There's no heavy rotation in the middle, which drives me mad. Because obviously Party's affected by those niggles, and it's just, and when he goes down, it's like him and Saliba, they're such key pieces. Who do we put there instead?
Yeah. Before we go on to the next game, just a question from Alan Declan Rice. So Decas.
Oh, yes. A few weeks back when Arsenal lost the Youth Cup to West Ham, Declan Rice was sitting with Edu up in the box, so with his agent. So I'm rubbing my hands together at the moment. So we'll see.
I tell you what, as well, Mr. T's made a good point, right? I was at 8-point clear going into Arsenal. Hypothetically, could be 5 points if you lost to Man City. I expected that. You would have been 5 points ahead, 5 points going into the running, and I would have got you a title. But that's the biggest swing. When you think about it, right? I'm not going to lie. You were 8 points ahead, right, of Man City. Now, if Man City win all their games, they'll have 94 points. And if you win your game against Wolves, you'd be 10 points behind. So how come you were 8 points clear and possibly end at 10 points behind? That has got to be the biggest swing. I'm not talking about general election terms, right? But I'm talking about the biggest swing in the history of the Premier League. Poor. If I was an Arsenal fan, I would say they bottled it. Now, if Newcastle was 8 points clear going into the last 8 game, right, and we lost by 10 points, I'll say that we bottled it as well. Now, Newcastle fans, unless they might not agree with us, right, they should probably say, or other fans say, we haven't bottled it, right? But to me, with that points advantage, I would probably say no the first time, but it happened again. They'll have to call them bottle jobs. Then we have to find out what's going on. Why they haven't got that lasting power? Why?
Yeah, do you know what? You're not wrong. Me and you've had this conversation off of lives, and it's for me. This is not an excuse, but they are a young team. The average age is 24 across the board.
Yeah,
and for a 24-year-old average team to be up there for 200 days plus, and consistently perform the way they did, crashing out of cuts but still going, is nothing short of incredible, especially after the start for last season. Man City, Chelsea, Brentford. I want to forget those games, but if you turned around me at that point and said to me, "Oh yeah, you could be top of the league all season next season. You're gonna have Champions League season the season after," I would have laughed in your face. I'm so incredibly proud of those boys. A lot of people will say, "Oh no,
they had a better season.
Bottled it." They're a bunch of kids. I mean, come on, like Martin Odegaard is 23, 24, and he's our top goal scorer. I mean, Bukayo was joint with Smith Rowe last season, and they were in there. They were 20 at the time. They're both now 21, and that's purely on the basis because of Lacazette couldn't find his scoring boots, because he was useless, and Aubameyang was behaving like a sport brat.
Yeah,
but it's a case of we so heavily rely on these players. We need that squad depth to push forward, and
I think
this is just the beginning for me, if I'm honest with you, and to see what these boys can do and push all the way through. And it will depend on who we bring on in the summer if we're going to challenge for that title. People say it's been a funny old season, but for me, if you look at the likes of Chelsea, for example, they put in so many new people. They did not give themselves time to gel. I mean, playing Raheem Sterling through the middle, not even Pep did that. Like, use your brain. He doesn't play well through the middle. I've never thought he's much better out on the wing than coming in. That's where you should be having him. Like, we've dodged a bullet with Mudryk after his social media hiccup, filming the older gentleman on things. So we dodged a bullet with him, which I'm quite relieved.
Yeah,
I thought that was a dumbass move. But yeah, no, I'm not angry with him. I'm not upset with him. It's just been an emotional ride.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned,
he had a better season. than last season. So props to that.
This is one of the best seasons we've had in a long time, put it that way.
Yeah. And you know what it is, right? I mean, it's about my team as well, sort of thing. I mean, I wouldn't, it's a hard one to say, but for me personally, I mean, you're right about the kids sort of thing, like young kids sort of thing, like, you know.
Yeah, and
like,
you're taking on the likes of City. If you look at the experience they've got in their ranks, it outweighs what we've got.
Yeah.
And we have given them a run for their money in the past. Like New Year's Day last year, 2022, we should have won that game. Rodri is a dirty cheat. End of story. As far as I'm concerned.
Big up to, honestly, he had a much better season, season as well. And you know what? End of the day, I mean, I'm sure Arteta will improve. He'll have to improve.
Oh yeah, no, the project is there. You need to back him, and there's a lot of our fan base I find which really irritates me. Is they're so flip-floppy on backing him, and like I sit there and think, why don't you just back him? We've come this far. Not to stop now and bring back that toxicity of Wenger out and all of that. I don't want to see that at my club ever again.
I mean, Wenger's done a fantastic job. Wenger's done a fantastic job. He's done a fantastic
100%. But towards the end, it got bad.
Yeah,
it was really bad, and like especially, I found it was the fans that have never seen Arsenal win the league.
Yeah,
it was them that was the problem. Whereas my age group and up. I've seen us live the Premier League. I've seen us lose to Barcelona. Do you know what I mean? A Champions League final. I've seen Jens Lehmann's getting sent off in Paris. Was it Paris?
Yeah, 5 minutes.
Yeah, in Paris.
7 minutes.
I was there, and I'm not going to forget that. Do you know what I mean? It's they don't have those memories, and you know that the old Arsenal was in there somewhere, and Arteta has brought that back because he knows what it means to be an Arsenal player. Edu knows what it means to be an Arsenal player, and it's that mentality we need to bring back, and not this sort of soft social media donuts like Aubameyang.
Yeah,
and I am going to call him that because he was just flash. Even when he was driving, he was filming on Instagram. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, it's stuff like that. I don't want that in my club. Nobody wants someone who's flash.
No.
Do you know what I mean? You just want someone who just do their graph and go quietly about their business. I mean, Ben White has had a lucky escape from the England team. He got married this weekend. That's why he wasn't called up for England.
Wow.
But I do feel he's been overlooked again.
Shocking, isn't it? We've got to talk about the England squad in a bit, like as well later on. But
I
saw about the Arsenal sort of thing, right?
No. John, I like Tom said I was being attacked. I wasn't being attacked at all. I mean, it's the conversations. With you, I can have this conversation, whereas there's other people out there.
Some people
you're making excuses. No, it's fact. This is what it is. Don't like it? Go away. I'm not going to have a conversation with you.
Well said. Let's go to what's the score's going to be? The score you're going to say?
I said 3-1 Arsenal.
3-1 to the Gooners. Right. Got a bit of breaking news as well. It's just off topic here before we go into the Villa Brighton game.
Oh, you didn't give me your score before you move on to that.
I say for me, I'm going to make you happy. I'm going to say 3-0 to Arsenal.
Nice. That'll perk Aaron Ramsdale up.
Yes. 3-0 to you.
Thank you.
No problem. Just a bit of breaking news before we go to the Villa Brighton game. Thanks for that, Nippon, as well. That singer legend, Tina Turner, has sadly passed away at the age of 73.
No! Oh, for goodness.
What a singer. What a singer she was.
I was just listening to some of her music this morning. Wow. That's so sad.
So sad. My condolences goes out to Tina and her loved ones as well. Yeah. And, she has so much singles, so much music as well. She is global. I mean, she is a bad service for the music industry as well. I remember years ago when Newcastle were 12 points clear of Manchester United, and unfortunately, we all know how that ended. Absolutely gutted. Thank you for your kind words, Nupern. And it's true, Leslie. I love watching Julian as Watford fan. I'm excited about his Champions League career. Score goals. Thank you so much indeed. Please do subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much indeed. Let's go on to the next one on Villa against Brighton. This game should be a cracking game. Villa really need to win to have any hopes against Europe. And Brighton, they're already there. I think Brighton will come as well. I think Villa to win this game by... I'm going to go a high-scoring game. I'm going to say 3 to the Villa.
I'm going to go for 0-0 draw. I just feel like Brighton need to pot the bus.
Okie dokie, 0-0. Question for Lottie before going to the next game. What would hurt more in a North London derby?
Barcelona. I'll be honest with you, Barcelona Champions League can't top any of them. Plus the fact we wouldn't bottle it against Spurs. We've had 6 points off them this season, so that's kind of irrelevant. Sorry, Nippon. Barcelona game still has left scars.
Don't apologise. You're absolutely fine. But that game could be one of the games of the season. But you just never know. And please like and subscribe, please, if you can. That'd be brilliant. Thank you very much indeed. And thank you for your messages of me getting 5K on me YouTube as well. Thank you very much indeed for that as well. So it's going from strength to strength. So going to the next game, which is Brentford against Man City at the GMX. And again, I think it's going to be a good game, this one, yeah? I mean, Brentford's on the beach. Man City want to finish high, get some more points before they play.
Oh, speaking of Brentford, did you read that Tottenham Hotspur want to buy Raya for 20 mil? That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
He's worth more than that, by the way. He's worth more than that.
No, he is worth more, but they ain't going to let their number one keeper go. It's not going to happen. He's saved their bacon so many times this season.
Crazy. But, I mean, Raya is a cracking keeper. He is just so highly rated. Absolutely highly rated.
100%. Sorry, John, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No.
I was just sitting there thinking, what do you think of that anyway?
At Raya to Tottenham. That's not going to happen. Not enough. I know Spurs looking for a goalkeeper because Hugo Lloris could be on his way.
No, he's on his way out. He's been really bad. Like, he's a World Cup winner, and the way he's performed this season, you wouldn't think so.
No. 6 goals went past him. No, 5 goals went past him in the first half in 21 minutes.
Exactly.
But I'm sorry, but we took our goals well. All the goals they scored are cracking goals. The Spurs defence are a joke, an absolute disgrace. They really are. And if the Spurs fans stormed out after 21 minutes, they stormed out after 8.
I know, I've seen the videos. Like, why would you film yourself walking out on your team in an away ground?
Exactly. And you have to
sit down, suck it up, and stay there till full time.
Exactly. You know what it is? At the end of the day, you can go into the canteen bit and have a few drinks as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, exactly. Have a few drinks, watch it from inside if you don't want to sit on the bench.
Thank you. Well said. Let's go on to the next game. You said, and what's the scores to be in this one? I'm going to say Brentford 0, City 2.
Do you know what? I can't pronounce his name. Embryo. Yeah, I think I pronounced that properly. He's actually on fire at the minute, so I'm going to go 3-2 City.
Cool. Fair enough. Thank you very much indeed, John. Appreciate that. We take all 6 points from Spurs as well, Lottie. You sure did.
Yeah, I know you did, but it means a little bit more to me. I'm an Arsenal fan. So I get it. Don't get me wrong. I enjoyed every moment of that game, but it's a bit more for me. Exactly. North London is red and always will be. It's bragging rights. You know what it's like in a derby. Everyone does, especially your local derby would be Liverpool,
Sunderland.
But so if you play Sunderland, it's all about bragging rights. Forget the points. It's a bit more on the line. It's pride. It's this is our town. This sort of thing. That's what it's all about for us. And as much as I love taking the points and that matters and all of that jazz, it's just electric in the Emirates. It's electric in that away end, and it's the best part of the season. I don't sleep the night before. 2-3 nights before, I'm not sleeping. I'm awake. So by the time that game comes and I've been out all night, crash for 24 hours, done. It's done, and then we go again whenever. So
cool. Let's go on to the next one. Chelsea versus Newcastle. Newly elected Champions League people. Newcastle against Chelsea. They're miles away. Chelsea's playing for pride. Newcastle, could be fourth going into the game because I fully expect Man U to win the game. And let's be honest, right? If they get a draw tonight, then we could be favourites hitting that third place. But we've not been Chelsea for a long time. Since the Papi Cissé's day, we scored twice. But this is a big chance to go to the bridge and do a number on them. And how do you think that game's going to go?
Chelsea get battered everywhere they go. Newcastle 3-0.
3-0. I'm going to say 2-0 to Newcastle.
I'm waiting for a hat trick from Wilson.
Yeah.
Now he's been selected for England. I want to see it.
He has indeed. He has indeed. And I hope he does well. I hope he does the best. He does the best. So I'm going for 2-0 to Newcastle. Newcastle, I hope you win the Champions League next season. That'd be nice. That'd be nice. We need to spend. That'd be a push. That'd be a push. Last 16, maybe. So you never know.
Pickford. Maybe. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible. But winning it is a massive push if you look at the other European teams. You know your European football, John. So if you look at them teams to Newcastle and potential signings,
exactly,
last 16 and then straight into Europa.
Yeah.
Could win that though. That's
could
a possibility.
Do that. Possibility. Yeah. I mean, it could be Napoli, Madrid, Shakhtar Donetsk, Newcastle. That's what it's going to be.
It's going to be interesting. But do you know what? It'll be fun to see Real Madrid freeze up north. They're going to find it cold.
Absolutely.
I know you don't. I know everyone in the chat, and you don't find it cold, but I do. I'm a southerner.
Yeah, I can tell it. Going back to Julie J. Wonder Pickford has a relegation clause. I'm sure he has, Julie. I'm sure he has. You're not playing in the Championship, I can guarantee you. But Everton,
he's England's number one. Absolutely no chance.
He is. We come to Everton later on. Let's go on to the next game. Crystal Palace against Nottingham Forest. If I can just get it up there, I do apologise. There you go. And I'm going to say Palace to win this. I think Forest are on the beach now. Now they're safe. But I'm going to say 2-1 to Palace.
Yeah, agreed. I just, after last weekend, they deserve to lose.
And you know what it is, right? I mean, look, Forest are brilliant at home. I think they must. The reason they stopped up because of Steve Cooper.
Yeah. The thing is, what irritates me about them, I think our score back in the first half of the season was like 5-something. Back end of October, I think. And then we lose 1-0 to them. It's like, what are you going on? I mean, I watched what's his name? Ewonwi? I can't pronounce it. AY something.
Riobi, I think.
Yeah. You know who I'm talking about, who scored on the weekend?
I do.
He just carved us up, and it was just like...
Every time.
What are you doing? Yeah, we're lucky it wasn't more than one. Put it that way.
I mean, end of the day, right? I mean, he's been fantastic. I think he's scored 9 Premiership goals this season, and his physical presence is absolutely fantastic. He only cost 16, 17 million quid from there. Don't know where he came from. He's going to come to us in a bit. Hertha Berlin, I think it is. Not Hertha Berlin. Union Berlin.
At some point, the Prem clubs are going to start raiding for us because their squad is too big. They've got too many players. They're going to get raided, or they're going to get raided by the Championship.
Yeah. Could well be. Let's go through some comments as well because I've quite overloaded. And I read that playing Sunderland, that will never happen again. I hope that's not what they do. I hope they smash them. I'm going to one up both both of you say Chelsea 0, Newcastle 4. Julie J.
And that's from a Chelsea fan.
Exactly. But thanks, Stephen. She's Newcastle. I'm a Geordie in London and still feel the cord. And bless her. We'll upgrade the squad, but did well playing multiple games during periods of the season. One thing is we tried, Aston Leslie. You're 100% right, Leslie.
Definitely.
We need Maxi starting against Chelsea.
The key for next season will be rotation for Newcastle. Same with Arsenal, rotation.
Absolutely. We need Maxi starting against Chelsea. Love it when he causes the defence headaches. And I'm so happy Bournemouth stayed up. Smaller clubs than Watford need a goal. Exactly. Let's go on to what's going to be. You said 2-1. I said 2-1 as well, didn't I?
Yeah, we did.
Cool. Let's go on to the next one. It's a massive game for Everton at Goodison. Everton against Bournemouth. Now, if Everton win that game, they stay up no matter what. They're going to be without Calvert-Lewin as well. He could be out. So I don't think he'll be playing on Sunday. Yeah, he's out injured. He went off last week, didn't he? And against Wolves, he went down in the first half. He went off. So he'll be out. But it looks like there's not going to be more pay. He's going to play up front on its own. And if that is the case, he ain't the answer.
He isn't. I mean, he's really dropped off this season. I forgot he actually went there. Oh, God. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw on this one. Although Bournemouth will try to win it.
Yeah. So you got the ones each.
Yeah, because Bournemouth have had the surprise scorelines this season and they terrorised us. So they will be taking the game to Everton. They better be on their toes. Otherwise, they will lose.
Exactly. It doesn't look great as well, but you just never know. And I think for me, if I'm honest with you, I think Everton's going to win this game. And I'm going to say Everton 2, Bournemouth 1. Everton will score in the 95th, 6th minute to actually stay up. So I'm going to go 2-1 to Everton. They always find a way. Always find a way.
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Let's go to the next game. Let's have a look as well. Lottie. Everton 1, Bournemouth 1. Bournemouth to smash Everton. That's out for Alan. Everton 2, Bournemouth 1. Unfortunately, that's Gareth. No DCL for Everton thoughts that he is out, and that's going to be a problem. But I think Sean will find a way somewhere along the line.
Ooh,
so,
John, Haaland and De Bruyne start. McAllister's been benched for tonight.
What do we know? Could he be sold? Are they going to look after him not to get him injured?
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, I think he'll be on his way.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Could be. Let's go on to the next game. Leeds against Tottenham. Now, Leeds are knackered, by the way. The only hope they're going to get now, if they win, and hopefully Leicester and everything both get beat. So, if Leeds win the game and the other two lose, I tell you what, this is going to be the biggest escape for a long, long time. And whoever stays up, right, I'm going to say it now, right, they've got to make sure it doesn't ever happen again. This happened to Leeds now, twice. This happened to Everton 3 times. This happened to Leicester for the first time, you know?
Yeah. So, no, but you know what they say, John? 3 times and you're out. So that's the saying. So I think we all know who's on their way out. That's for sure.
I tell you something now. It doesn't look. Oh, that one I got it wrong. It doesn't look great, done it? Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to lie, but Leeds are down there for a reason. They've done 180 million quid on the Jesse Marsh, right? Goes to sack him, brings in Javi Gracia, sacked him before the Man City Newcastle game, right? Brings in Big Sam at the wrong time. The thing is, though, right? I mean, Leeds are a bit of a joke this season. So, Mr. T, but I think they just messed up completely. If they get relegated, they deserve to get relegated. The work Bielsa has done, right, in a couple of years, has been totally undone by.
Oh, yeah, no, 100%. Their first mistake was to get rid of Bielsa in the first place. That was their first mistake.
You never got rid of him. If you're going to get rid of him, do it at the end of the season. But do not get rid of him during, you know what I mean? I cannot believe that. It's a joke. But it is now. It's done. It's gone. So for Leeds and Spurs, I mean, they probably need to win to have any outside chance to qualify for Europe. For me, I'm going to say, this is going to be a hard one.
Can they both lose? Is that easier? Can they both lose?
I
don't want to predict this one. I want them to both lose.
I'm going to say, for me, Leeds. I say Leeds 0, Tottenham 2. That's it for me.
I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds purely because it's Tottenham. I'd rather they both lose, but 2-1 Leeds, Harry Kane penalty.
Wow. Cool. No detail. We read that. Leeds 2, Tottenham 1. Leeds to win. So recipe Tina Turner, Justin and News on BBC. That's sad, isn't it, John? So sad. Leeds 3, Spurs 1. I think Bournemouth will beat Everton. That's from John, and I hope you're right, JK. I'm going to change my mind. I think Leeds is going to win by 2 goals to 1. I'll change my mind. I think Leeds find a way. And let's be real. I think Leeds going to win. That may not be enough. So let's go on to the next one. It's going to be another team's in the spot of bother. Leicester against West Ham. I don't know if you watched Leicester. I mean, they defended. They put 10 men behind the ball. Newcastle absolutely roasted and toasted them. Just couldn't break them down. The chances came, hit the post 3 times. Leicester could have won it. Nick Poe had to make a world-class save to keep taking us in the Champions League. And I tell you something, right? Leicester dropped Madison and Barnes for the game at St. James's. Dean Smith got it right. Now, he needs to win this game.
Yeah, no, they need to win. They need to beat West Ham. There's no doubt about that. I mean, West Ham are fully committed to the final. I think they've got through to the final. I've not been following it properly. But they're just... I think what would be ironic, they win the European trophy and then they're relegated. I think that would just be the funniest thing in the world. But I think Leicester, you need to find your scoring boots. You need to win this game, basically. And do not let West Ham bring the game to you. Otherwise, you're not going to get that ball back at all.
100%. I think for me, Leicester will go all out. I'm sure they will, and West Ham's going to make it difficult for them. And I'm going to see Leicester winning this game. I reckon they're going to win this game to make sure, because West Ham's got other things on their mind. They got the Europa Conference as well against Fiorentina as well. Yet another Italian club as well. Can you imagine, right? I mean, into the Champions
Italian
League,
clubs are doing very well. I've got
they're
to say
back.
that.
Italian football's back. I said that.
Yeah, I know it is, but it won't ever compare to my Premier League. I do kind of miss watching Udinese, but my players over at Atletico now, so I'm like, what do I do?
Exactly. But you know what I mean? At the end of the day, right? I mean, you got to look at the Inter Milan team. They got some good players there. I mean, look at Dzeko. I think he's playing better than ever. 37, yeah. Martinez he's Argentine World Cup winner.
I do feel that league is more suited for older players. If I'm honest with you, it's not as physical as over here.
That's the thing.
So because you look at players over here, 32, 31, they're done. Wouldn't count Trippier in that; he's an anomaly. But majority of people are done by then. And then you look at Italy. 37 years old, it's unheard of unless you're looking at the women's game. It's unheard of.
Yeah, exactly. Let's fly through this now. At least 2 Spurs 2, and we've got one. Oh, thank you very much for coming a member, Stephen. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much indeed, and fantastic. Thank you so much indeed. And Leicester to West Ham 2, and Leicester to win that game as well. So I'm going to say Leicester. Oh, I'm going to say Leicester 2, West Ham 1 in that game. It's going to be tight. Leeds 2, Tottenham 1, and Everton to beat Bournemouth by 2 goals to 1 as well. So I think, what do you think? Leicester to win, or are you going to go with West Ham?
I'd rather Leicester win, but I'm going to go 1-1 in the end.
Once each.
Yeah.
Cool. The next one's going to be, all right, hopefully, it's going to be Man U against Fulham. And this game is going to be very interesting as well. I mean, I think Fulham's going to make it tough for them, you know. They're going to make it real tough for them. Don't be surprised if it's going to be a draw.
Yeah, do you know what? I would think it's Fulham, regardless of their stature, they're still a good little team. And they will take the game to it, but I can still see United doing them 2-1. Just. Even with Mitrovic back.
Yeah. I think it's going to be, for me, I think it's going to be I think it's going to make it tough for them. I say it's going to be 1-1. I say it's going to be 1-1.
It's possible.
I think United will just keep going and going and going. But I think Fulham's going to make it tough for them. I really, really do. Hope I'm wrong, but we'll see. And let's go on to Leicester to win. Leicester cannot play like they did at St James Park. They have to give it exactly. 3-0 to Leicester. That's Minerals FC. I think Leicester win by 3 goals to 1. 3-0 to United. Claire will be happy with that, by the way. Man U 2, Fulham 1 as well. So that is Man U against Fulham. And the last one of the season is going to be Southampton against newly Europa League Liverpool. Now, Southampton, we know they're done. Got a bit of breaking news as well, by the way. I've heard that Ross and Martin from Swansea City is going to be their new manager. Because their coach, Ruben, what's his name? That come to us. He's going to be relieved of his duties at the end of the season. For me, I think Russell Martin's coming in from Swansea.
Okay.
So that'd be very interesting. Very interesting.
No, definitely. The thing is, with Southampton now, I think because they're at home, it's final game of the season. It's going to be a bit of a relegation party. I remember who was it? It was the season you beat Spurs 5 something end of season.
Yeah.
It's also Arteta's last game.
Yeah.
And I can't remember who we played, but it's also Arteta's last game as well. And it was Thomas Rositzky's testimonial that day as well.
Yeah.
And obviously we tied up our game and all the ground just lit up. And it's one of those days I won't ever forget.
I know. You beat Spurs, so you got Champions League.
Yes. Whoever went down, we played that day. They were the only other team not to be relegated, apart from Arsenal, since the Premier League was the Premier League, if that makes sense. But they all came dressed up in their floaties. I think I saw Toy Story characters that day, Buzz and Woody and all that kind of stuff. And it's just fun. That's what a relegation party is about. They had beach balls floating around on the away end and everything.
Yeah.
So Southampton should go out with a bang and just enjoy themselves, regardless of the scoreline. But yeah, no, I can't see them 3-0 Liverpool. I can't see them defending very well against Mohamed Salah.
Nah.
Or even Trent, to be honest with you.
I'm going to say 4-0. 4-0 to Saints.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
and,
no, definitely.
It is what it is, man. But yeah, crazy. 4-0 to Liverpool. Southampton go down to Wimper. Shame on them. Yeah. You know, no fight. There you go. It's no pressure. Go out and enjoy yourself. It won't be easy.
No,
That's
exactly.
for sure. That's Claire. That's Man U Fulham. I'll be happy when it's all over and City don't win the treble.
Agreed.
3-0 to Liverpool from Gareth. But would love a Southampton win. That's in Leslie. 10-0 to Liverpool. Just a heart Orley. Southampton to win. Klopp sat. Jurgen Klopp would not get sat. No way. And the World Prowse free kick. That would be nice. And yeah, had to be said.
No, right, I think it was. Oh, there we go. I think it was Villa. Someone in the comments said Villa. I think we played Villa. I don't remember off the top of my head. There was so much going on that day. I don't even remember the game. I know that Arteta's goal was technically an own goal, but they still gave it to him, which was mental.
Well, I mean,
it was his last goal. Do you know what I mean? You're not going to take it off him. It's wrong.
Nah. He's done all right. Arteta in the midfield when he played. I think he did okay.
Yeah, he was great. For all his little faults, I did like him as a player.
Exactly. Yeah, so that's sort of the Premier League prediction self. You've gone for the last game of the season. We're definitely going to do like a Premier League review next week. And then, that'd be fantastic. And yeah, so we've gone through it. I mean, look, at the end of the day, I mean, who do you think is going to stay up this season? Who do you think? I mean, you said the scores, didn't you? I mean, for me, I'm going to say
Southampton. We know are definitely gone. I'd love to see Leeds and Everton vacate the building. To be honest with you, I haven't actually looked at the table in a while. Give me 1 second. Let me just pull that up.
Yeah, sure.
Where it's been a very long ride. It's just I'm ready for a season to be done now. Go away. So, yeah, Everton and Leeds, Leicester stay up for me, and then I'm happy.
Yeah.
But at the moment, it is looking like Leicester, Leeds, and Southampton that are off.
Yeah.
Because they've not won a game in 5. Leicester have drew 3, lost 2. Leeds have lost 3, drawn 2, and Southampton haven't won any in the last 5.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that's in Everton's advantage, they've had 2 draws, 1 win, 2 losses.
Yeah.
So form is slightly in their favour because the other ones are a lot worse.
I agree. But we have to see what happens on Sunday. I mean, I'm up in Newcastle on Sunday, and nice. I'm sure that I'll probably watch it somewhere, sort of thing. Like,
yeah, no, that's gonna be me on Sunday. I'm at the last home game on Saturday for the girls, and then I'm somewhere in and around Arsenal for the Wolves game.
Fantastic.
Because the TV fixtures still aren't settled on who's going to be on the telly, which is really irritating. I haven't actually looked today, but we don't know who's on Sky. Everything's pretty much wrapped up, and it's a case of they don't have their dramatic end, and it's just like they don't know what they're going to do. So you know it's going to be a Man United game. The Man United game's going to be on there.
I bet.
It probably won't be Arsenal. It'll probably be Chelsea, Newcastle, and someone else. It won't be Arsenal. I just know it.
Oh,
it's just how it is. They don't like us.
Your case, show your game first. Your case, but it's going to be relegation games first. But I tell you what, it's going to be nail-biting stuff. Your Everton, Leicester, Leeds, nail-biting stuff. Whoever stops up this season, I tell you what, my advice to you is, congratulations, staying up, but don't let that relegation fight happens ever again. Everton's getting a new stadium. Leeds needs to fix up. Leicester, they need to go through. Who's going to be their manager for next season? I don't think it'll be Dean Smith. I think Graham Potter is going to be a manager of one of the clubs. Also, I'm hearing as well, Lopetegui as well. The Wolves manager could be off at the end of the season.
Bloody hell. How many managers have been sacked this season? I think it's about a bit more than that. think it's a bit more. There's a lot of managers that have been sacked, and it's getting beyond ridiculous. Like,
100%.
what happened
100%.
to back your manager, persevere with it.
Yes.
And
there's one manager is not going to get sacked, is Eddie Howe. He would never get sacked in Newcastle United. And I heard people saying that he should be the next England manager, right? Let's be real. It ain't going to happen. He will not be the next England manager.
Do you know what? I want someone to unseat Southgate because I'm getting bored of this absolute bias. How does Maguire, Henderson and Calvin Phillips get into this England team?
I was going to come on to that as well.
How?
Because Gareth Southgate does pick players by form. He picks their mates. You know what I mean? Harry Maguire. To be fair, I mean, people saying Harry Maguire is decent for England, but not decent for United. Yeah? I don't get it.
That's kind of true. But that's the same with Pickford. He's a little T-Rex over at Everton. He comes to England. All of a sudden, he finds his arms. It doesn't make sense.
Nah. He needs this as a chance to
get... what I think what's really interesting as well is that Pope's not on that list.
Oh, he's got a broken hand.
Has he broke his hand?
Yeah, hand injury, so that's why he's not being picked.
Bloody hell.
And I don't think he'll be playing on Sunday either as well, so it looked pretty bad. So not for me.
Okay, fair enough. I hadn't realised that, so now I get that. But you just look at their list. I'm glad Lewis Dunk is there. Mark Guehi from Palace is there.
Yeah.
You look down the list, it's familiar names. Eze's made it. Conor Gallagher's there again.
I don't get Conor
the usual faces.
Yeah,
I don't get Colin. I don't get it either. Because I looked at their list at first. I've got my mind on autopilot. Oh, he's still a Palace player.
Yeah.
And I turned around and said to me, "Oh look, there's no Chelsea players in this list." And he's like, "We've got Conor Gallagher." And I went,
"Conor G, not for me. I'm sorry, but he's just a roadrunner. That's all he is, a roadrunner." Sorry, Chelsea fans. But
he is. Even the Chelsea fans will tell you that.
Doesn't offer you anything. Thank you, John, Lottie, everyone in the chat. Thank you, Gareth. Thank you to JK. And everyone saying thanks to everyone. Thank you, mods. See you soon. Back tomorrow. Big up to Ryan as well. Big Guna as well. He does some good watch-alongs, doesn't he? He really does.
Yeah, we do have some fun. His chat is
very
interesting.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's absolutely hilarious when they decide to mock him, though.
Yeah.
As long as you're not the subject of the mocking, it's great.
Exactly. Cool. Good evening to Paul. Paul, we had that little chat at DM, mate, and I hope we got sorted out with that lad. Sort of thing. I'm not going to mention his name on here at all whatsoever. 11 to 12 has been sacked. We're talking about managers here. Thank you for that, Ryan. And if saying lads as well, I'm afraid Mr. Meet next England manager. Wow. I tell you,
we won't be seeing the likes of Henderson and Maguire ever again, that's for sure.
Exactly. There's a good one from Alan. John Lottie, why not have a show picking the best ever Newcastle Arsenal team for years gone by? I think that'd be brilliant.
Ooh, I think we need to do that for end of season. Let's save that for end of season. Alan, that's a really good idea. But
that's a good idea.
We actually need to sit down and talk about it. So
definitely.
Yeah, I'm up for that next week.
I'll tell you what, though, as well. I mean,
or we could use it as a whole separate show if you want.
Yeah. Could it be a combined 11, or would you say like the best Arsenal team? I think to me, the best Newcastle and Arsenal. Yeah,
it has to be combined, or there's no point. It has to be combined.
Be the best for this seat gone by. If it means gone by from years, then it have to be before.
It opens up the pools to so many players. Like my first name down on that team sheet for me is Dennis Bergkamp. You're not going to argue with me on that one.
Definitely.
I mean, we've got the statue of him scoring against you lots outside the ground. So yeah,
did you see that?
I've got that picture signed on my wall as well. So it's like I've got it signed, and you can see the Newcastle shirt behind me standing going. Yeah, it's great.
But,
it's probably not a great moment for you guys, but it is one of my favourite all-time goals.
Well, I'll tell you what, it was a cracking goal by the way. He absolutely made Dabisas, did he? Absolutely. Was it Dabisas? Absolutely.
I think
so. I don't know. It might be Davidas as well. Could be wrong, but he absolutely made him. Unbelievable.
Dennis Bergkamp was a different gravy. It was absolutely
the moment was on that pitch. I think, please, no, not on him on the pitch.
It's like watching magic. It's a magic Dutchman, isn't it? Flying Dutchman, I should say.
Exactly. And I got one from Leicester said Pope's opening went well. Eddie's king of Newcastle United, and that's how it's staying exactly. England would not get him at all whatsoever. Simple as that. But you definitely do that term, best Newcastle team, best Arsenal team, or could it be a combined 11.
Yeah,
That'd be
combine it because that's where it's going to get interesting.
Absolutely.
And that's where the debate's going to come into place. Do you know what I mean? It's like, do you have Shearer up top or Thierry Henry?
Yeah, that is
or
the
both.
thing.
Do you know what I mean? It depends on your formation. There's just so much to talk about and pick apart.
If it's 4-3-3, there's a problem.
Exactly. I mean, you'd include current players now. Like I couldn't not put Bukayo Saka in.
Not really.
Do you know what I mean?
Team. Not in this Arsenal team. Not the best Arsenal team. Not yet.
Nah. He's one of the best. He's going to be one of the best. Yeah. But you've just opened, when you do a combined 11, you've opened the doors to so many players. You can go back through the years and it's even players you forgot about. I mean, I'm sure there's players that you really admire that I don't even know because I'm not old enough to remember. Do you know what I mean? And it's where it'll be a case of, I've watched them on YouTube, but I've never actually seen them play, sort of thing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
I'm not trying to insult your age, Tom.
No.
It's just fascinating when people talk about players they used to watch.
Yeah.
And you've only ever seen them on YouTube. It's like Rocky. I don't remember him playing, but I know how important he is to my club. Why number 7 shirt is important.
This is going to be interesting. I mean, I don't know if many Newcastle players are going to be in that team between Newcastle and Arsenal, but we'll work it. I mean,
we'll try and balance it. We'll try.
100%. Lottie, you may mock it more than that. And I've just got a message from as well before we wrap up the show from Newcastle United Supporters Club London, right? From me. I mean, like my co-host Louise Thompson. Big up to Louise, by the way. She's a real one, right? I mean, she's very, very sensible.
No, definitely. She did make me laugh the other day. She told me I had the wrong football shirt on. And I was like, no, I'm red and white first before I'm black and white, I'm afraid. Unless you play my own team. No.
Wow.
I've got Newcastle, but you'll never catch me in a Newcastle shirt, I'm afraid, guys. Ever.
Fair enough. Yeah, so congratulations to me. Hard work is paying off. That's Newcastle United Supporters Club London. And I would love to get one of them as well to come on the show as well with me and Louise as well. Let's go on to a couple more comments before we wrap up the show. Apparently, Mason Mount to United.
Yep, they can have him. I don't want him at my club.
Terry Hibbert to on the wing. That's in Leslie going back a few years, and I agree with Super Macalis as well. We'll see about that. Let's go wrap up there, by the way, guys, and for the final prediction show, we are going to be back again with Lottie next week, where we're going to do the season review, or we're going to do the combined Newcastle Arsenal, and that's going to be so busy. So you decide on that as well. And there you go. So, guys, like and subscribe. And where can we find you, Lottie? Where can people find you? What you got coming up, Law?
Oh, God, I've got loads coming up. It's end of season. It's going to be absolutely mental. Again, John, thank you for having me. As always, I do enjoy my Wednesdays, even though it's a bit of a long day for me. But this is the highlight of my day. I just come back relaxed, unwind with you guys. Love it. You can find me on... What am I saying? Find me on Twitter at Lottie_AWFC or on YouTube at Vic Akers Wonderland. I'm on the way to 100. I'm stuck on 66. So any follows or subs is appreciated. And we are back on Friday night for a quick pod before Aston Villa on Saturday. Pre-record will be dropped late on Friday night, and then obviously you guys can all listen to it before the Villa game that kicks off at 2:30. And we're on Sky, which is exciting stuff. And I probably will have no voice by the end of this weekend, so hopefully I'll be okay for next week.
Yes, definitely.
It's end of season, so it's time to go, like, really let go of the seasons and see it out properly in style.
100%, 100%, man. And you know what it is, right? The link's in the description, by the way. I'm following Insta. I'm going to start using Insta more now as well. And also Twitch as well, and also TikTok. So I'm going to do more of that. I mean, Twitch, not that bothered. TikTok, it's going to happen. Great show. Big up from Brian. Thank you, Brian. I reckon you should have a bet who finishes high in the league next year. Others would, others strip for the whole show.
I think we're going to have to save that one if we're going to do this again next season. I think that could be fun.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do that. I couldn't. And love to you, John and Lottie. Love to you as well, Leslie as well. John, big up. Yeah, so sad about Tina Turner. If you haven't just joined in, Tina Turner sadly passed age 83, and she was simply the best. And it's just rock the music world as well. This could be one of the biggest news of the music of the year, if not for decades. Does Lottie remember Andy Cole? I think we got him a master. Yes, we did. We got him.
When did you get him? That's the question, Gary.
1992, 93 season.
I hate to disappoint you, but I'm October 92 baby. I would not remember that. I'm not old enough. Sorry, Gary, I'm not old enough. I've just hit 30, so not old enough. I'm afraid.
Fair enough. Only a baby. I was 23 at the time.
Wow.
23 at the time. Great show, John Lottie in chat. And yes, Les. On 11. Thank you, Alan. And got one from Bantam. Good and guys. Been a pleasure as always. Going to talk to myself now in Wash City. Catch you all soon. Claire, it's love to see you as well. You are a good egg and a good sport as well. And take care. Fine. I call her Claire, good egg. She is a good egg. But there you go. And so there you go. So guys, I'll be back tomorrow for the preview show with Louise. Hopefully get a Chelsea fan on as well. And if you like the video, please like and subscribe. Also super chats, and also to become member 99p. Thank you, Rot the Toon, Stephen, for becoming the latest member. So guys, have a fantastic evening. And we're Champions League. And we got a game on Sunday, and we got one from Julie J. It's been a great show, and take care, Julie J. Thank you so much indeed, J. And we watch what you're doing, and thank you for helping us out get a 5K. Absolutely fantastic, absolutely over the moon. And until then, thank you so much to you guys. Have a fantastic evening. Until then, as always, just a wheel.